Welcome to the Lynn Lineup, a show that highlights upcoming events happening in the Lynn community. Today we're here to talk about the upcoming free community forum entitled Why Us? The Immigration Crisis in America. And that's going to be happening on Thursday, February 28th from 5:30 to 8 p.m. at the Lynn Housing Authority at 10 Church Street in Lynn. And I'm joined here today with Jeff Crosby and Maria Carrasco from the new Lynn Coalition. Thanks for joining me, guys.
Thank you for having us.
Glad to be here.
So, for people that don't know in the city, what is the new Lynn Coalition? What do you guys do?
So the new Lynn Coalition started about 7 years ago, and it currently has about a dozen organizations. It brings together folks that already exist and are doing organizing in Lynn to better the situation for working class people. It includes unions like the North Shore Labor Council, which I'm president of, Local 201, SEIU 1199, also community groups. Some of them have been around for a long time. Essex County Community Organization, which is faith-based, Lynn United for Change, Neighbor to Neighbor, Highland Coalition, and also some newer groups like Las Marias, the Juneteenth Coalition. And what we do is try to provide a poll or in the discussion about the future of Lynn and to concretely try to build things for the working class majority. So for example, we worked with the Housing Authority to bring in a union pension money to build the Gateway Project, which is 71 units, mixed all the way from Section 8 to market rate and 3 levels of subsidies in between. We worked with the Lynn Public Schools to do the Lynn Community Enrichment Program, so about 300 people or 400 a year take classes at night now at Lynn Tech, everything from welding to yoga and job training type of classes. So those are the kinds of projects. We've worked on some ordinance supporting some of our partners. Lynn United for Change led an effort to pass an anti-foreclosure ordinance. The North Shore Labor Council and the Workers Center led an effort to pass a wage theft ordinance to try to get people actually get paid legally for the work that they do, which doesn't seem like much, but in America today, it's actually a challenge. So those are the kinds of things we do to try to find a voice and a development, especially in development for the city, for the working class majority. We don't care if you're union or non-union or what nationality you are, what race you are, it's try to be a voice for all working people in the city.
So you're like an all-encompassing organization welcoming all to work for a better community overall.
Yeah, and it's a coalition of groups that already exist. So we try to facilitate the communication between them and support the projects that, and often they are already initiating.
So again, you guys hold events from time to time, including this one that we're here talking about today, which again, it's free, so come on down. So why did you guys feel like it was important to hold a forum on immigration?
Jeff said, and Jeff is the director of the New Lynn Coalition, and I am the chair. And we decided, it was one student, Fabiola Alvarez. She's working for us as a student from Ceylon State, and she was the one who initiated this forum. The forum is very important to us right now because it's going to be talking about immigration. Everybody is talking about immigration in different ways. And we want the people to know, to be informed about what is going on in our life, why we immigrate to the United States. And many times people have the ideas that we want to leave our countries. It's not true. We leave our country because there are so many wrong things happening over there. Sometimes our kids coming here because if we have a condition over there that it's no jobs, that is one, it's no security for the family, and we say, well, let's see if we can give it another opportunity, a better life to our children. Besides, we want people to have the information about the jobs that we are working here. There are jobs that many people over here don't want to do it. When people come to the United States, especially people from Latin America, we work in the hotels, doing housekeeping job. Nobody wants to do housekeeping job. We work in the farms. Nobody wants to work in the farms. And that pay is not even close to the minimum wage. It's just every day, regardless if it's raining, it's hot, we had to be outside. And I said we because I am immigrant. I haven't do that kind of job, but I did housekeeping jobs here also in the past. So we want people to get informed that we are not criminals, okay? We are decent people who just want to risk our lives coming to this country just to give us some better future to our children. And that information about immigrants that right now, due to this administration that we have, is coming more difficult for people to be safe. So we just want people to know that that is wrong, that we are decent people. Of course, everywhere you're going to see bad people and good people, you know, everywhere. It's not like just because we are Latino, we are all bad. No, we're going to have, there are people and just like you and me, like everybody else, you know, looking for a better life. And so that's what we're going to be talking. We have people over there who want to explain a little more. And this information is good also for our Latino people. Latino people need to know, to be proud being Latino, not to be afraid. And you need, as American people here, need to know that you don't need to be afraid of us because we are just like you again. And we just came here, and we are coming here to work, to get a job, to have a better life, and not just for our the kids, for everybody in general.
There's a lot that the school systems, the Rapid Response Network, the agencies, a lot of organizations in Lynn do to reach out to immigrants and to make them feel welcome and safe. And we're happy to be a part of that. And that's a part of what we're trying to do now to counter and demystify this so-called crisis on the border. You know, it's not an invasion. It's people who are fleeing desperate circumstances who all they want to do is come here and work hard and improve their own lives. And we're proud that there's a lot in Lynn going on to try to speak to those truths and not to the kind of hatred and prejudices that in particular the President of the United States is pushing right now. So
you guys have kind of a diverse speaking portion to this forum. If you guys could just touch on that, because looking down the list here, you guys have professors, you have community leaders. Yeah. So who's going to be talking?
We have Tim Silver, professor of UMass Boston. We have Aviva Chomsky, professor of Ceylon State University. We have Angel Mesa from Honduras. He's an activist in Honduras, and he's living here. El Pastor Eduardo Cáceres, who is a pastor, also a community leader. And we have Virginia Lake from Lynn Community Health Center. Lynn Community Health Center is receiving a lot of immigrants over there. So they know for first hand that immigrants are people who need to be respected and treated like with dignity, like everybody else. So those are the people that we have over there, and they just going to clarify idea. And as a matter of fact, it's going to be also translation in Spanish, so people can bring, if it's any Latino people, can invite the family, please do it, because we need also immigrant people to be there so they can feel more proud of being, again, Latino, but we want Anglo people to be there so they can understand why we immigrate to United States and take away all the preconception that we have about Latino immigrants.
All right. So we only have about a minute left. This goes by pretty quick. Yes. So just before we go, for those that may be on the fence about going, or maybe they don't have an interest in going, why should somebody go to this event?
I think because it's information. Information and be a little more, I don't want to use the word education, but to get information about why Latino people come to the United States. And just take away the assumption that we are here to take the jobs from people from here. And also to take away the wrong things that say, oh, all the immigrants are criminals, especially Latino.
I think it will be a chance to learn all the things that Maria said, and I also think it will be a statement for truth and solidarity, and that's really what we think Lynn is about, and it should be about. So we're hoping to have a good crowd there and have a good night, and I hope everybody comes.
Yeah, I hope so too. It sounds like it should be an enlightening evening.
Y vamos a hablar en español también.
So again, this is the Why Us, the Immigration Crisis in America Forum happening on Thursday, February 28th from 5:30 to 8 at the Lynn Housing Authority at 10 Church Street. It's a free event, so come on down. Again, I'd like to thank Jeff and Maria for joining me. That's it for this edition of the Lynn Lineup. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.
Thank you.